unconstructed, unsuccessful, demolished, and forgotten buildings, structures, and architecture. I'm not sure what name this mansion has, but it's enormous. Here is the front garden and the stairs. This is one of the biggest ones. I don't know what happened to this one. It's probably destroyed. I like this one. I'm pretty sure this doesn't exist anymore. There's another staircase over there. I don't know this one's name, but it was listed for sale. It might exist, it might not exist. I like this one. Ah. This is a Japanese proposition from 1995-1996. The idea is to build a giant pyramid with metal frames and housing inside that's over 2,000 meters tall. And it can contain a population of 1 million people. This is supposed to be built with futuristic metal that hasn't even been invented yet. This building can last hundreds of thousands of years. Here's what it will look like in real life. This is the Shimizu Megacity Pyramid, Tokyo. And this is one of the biggest building designs ever proposed. Over 2,000 meters tall, population 1 million. It was going to be the biggest structure on Earth. It still hasn't been built. I'm not sure if it will be built. This is one of the most ambitious architectural projects. This is a building from the San Francisco's World Fair from the early 1900s. I like this one. This is like a skeleton fortress. Like a bone fortress. It looks like it has a monster mouth with eyes. It's like a castle mansion, like a mansion castle. I don't know this one's name. I like this one. This is one of Adolf Hitler's greatest projects. This is called the Great Hall. It was supposed to be 1,000 meters tall. He designed an entire city called Germania, and this was supposed to be the crowning jewel of his city. The Great Hall. On top of the Great Hall was a golden eagle holding the whole world. This was supposed to be the capital city, the world capital to the entire world. But this was never built. This is the Reichschancellery. It was destroyed during the war. This is the front entrance with guards. It was humongous inside. The hallways were so long, you had to walk for hours just to get from one side to the other. And the floor was so slippery, you could fall and break your neck or your legs. The Reichschancellery was bombed and demolished. This picture is all that's left of it. It has a Greco-Roman design. And this is the city model for Germania. There's a giant arch there, bigger than the other one now that exists. This one would have been 1,000 times bigger and weighing millions of tons. The road leads all the way to the Great Hall at the center. The idea... I saw a documentary on this. The idea was to demolish Germany, the old buildings. The idea was to demolish millions of buildings and then build millions of new buildings on top of the old new buildings. This was supposed to be completed in just a few years. Date of completion, 1950. All of this was supposed to be built in just a few years. This is one of the most ambitious projects ever. Nothing like this has ever been built. The style of this is called gigantism. Gigantism is an architectural style in which buildings are hundreds of meters tall and wide, or thousands of meters of tall and wide. Gigantism is an architectural style to build buildings as large as islands or football stadiums. Gigantism is the perfect choice for megalomaniacs and dictators. Also, the Golden City, the New Jerusalem, will be thousands of kilometers tall and wide. So that too fits the description of gigantism. The New Jerusalem is the biggest building ever designed by the Christian God. It will one day sit on earth as the capital of the world. This is another design from Nazi Germany. This is the Nuremberg Rally Center. This building is so long. All of these things are flags, stretching all the way from here to here. This is the center stage for speeches. Those are lights. They look like laser beams. This structure was destroyed. The centerpiece of it, this piece, still exists today, covered in moss and ruin. There's a parking lot. There's a parking lot located at the front. Almost nothing of it is left. It's a monument, a relic from the past. I really like this one. I have no idea what this is. It looks like a scale model because it's on top of a table. Looks like some sort of ancient antiquity design. It looks like a giant city mansion, like a mini-city mansion. A combination between a city and a mansion. Look at those stairs. How many steps? That's the front entrance. It looks like a city, a mansion, and a palace, and a castle combined. This thing is enormous. I don't know what this is, but either it was built or destroyed, or it was never built. It looks so ominous. It looks like something a god of darkness or destruction will live in. Surrounded by a black void of nothingness. Looks like some sort of city, mansion, imperial palace fortress. This is the Garden City. I showed this in my previous invention videos. This is the design for the city. The idea is to build buildings or towers, cylindrical towers, in circular form, perfect circular form, identical tower buildings. And then arrange them together like a spider web or a jigsaw puzzle. These garden cities were never built. Here is another version of it. This is very interesting. And here is the plastic scale model. This plastic model is all that's left, along with a few pictures in magazines. This remained only a dream. I hope that never happens to me and my ideas.